Where to start? First place to start would probably be with the seed. We have some seed. We got a truck, and we got a tractor and a planter that works. So let's go planting. If we push hard for 2 days here, we will be done. Finally made it to the job site for the day. I'm gonna be running this John Deere 8310R with a 30-foot 1795 split row planter. It's a 1224 model. And I've got 135 acres right here on both sides of the road to do. And you can see there's some dust starting to come out from that fan, which means that it's turning. Okay, let's go planting. And we have to be careful because there's some new poles here that are like in the field because government, I don't know. Let's play the game of how close can we get to the phone pole without taking it down. Well, that was pretty close. So I've got my marker thrown down right here so I can know where to go for the next pass. Looks like we have a stick that did not get picked up. So I picked up the planter and the marker, and we're gonna remove this little stick thing. Wait a minute, what are you doing all the way back here? Apparently, hooking a tree with the planter will tear this stuff off. Okay, allow me to explain myself here. As you saw back there, there's a pretty good sized branch, and I must have just barely tapped it with this, and it tore the hose and this cover off. But luckily nothing was damaged, and now it's working properly. Okay, row 24 is working again, so that means I solved the problem. The lesson that I need to take away from this little kerfuffle is that the planter is not a blade, it is a planter. Don't push stuff with the planter. I'm getting along pretty good here considering the type of running that this is, but I did notice that my row number 24, the box, the lid kind of spin. Oh, it's broken, that's why. Uh-oh. Probably can't see in the tanks back there, but we are about out of seed, and by about out, I mean we're this close to being out. I'm gonna get back to this end of the field, then I'm gonna go fill up with seed. So it started raining, and I know I prayed for rain, but come on, Jesus. Right now, while I'm trying to finish, come on, you can do better than that. I'm just gonna try and hustle and get this, I don't know, 2 acres that I have here finished up, and then I'm gonna sit tight for a while because I have no idea how much it's going to rain or how long this rain is gonna last or this, that, or the other. It's just easier to find a good stopping point and say, okay, we're gonna wait. We've reached the point now of go as fast as possible to try to get it done. I've got maybe 1/10 of an acre left. We're gonna send it. We're getting done. It's raining pretty good, so I think I'm gonna wait until it kind of passes to go get in the truck. Luckily, I got that done, and I didn't pick up that much soil on my gauge wheels and everything. But it's still sticky enough on top that it'll be a while before I can get back here and plant some more. If the sun comes out and the wind blows a little bit, all this dirt will just fall off the tires if I come back here in a couple hours. I've been planting for a little while. There's 2 bottom fields down here, and I have to cross this river to get to the other one. This crossing is slightly less sketchy than some of the other ones that we have, but I still really don't like this. Especially since I'm using someone else's tractor and planter, and I'm driving it through a river, basically. In this smaller bottom field, there's only about 6 acres, and there's probably 25 in the other one. And this one's basically all end rows, and I have to make 3 passes of end rows because I can't crank this tractor around in only 2 because this really is too much tractor for a 30-foot planter. I'm gonna get backed into this corner here and we're gonna get this going. That's it for this field. Now we're gonna fold back up and go back across this little river and finish that one. Looking at this box, when you fold this thing up, you gotta put this on trans, and then you have to push down on the fold and pull back this and do some other stuff. It does fold up, I promise. And you also have to raise up the 3-point. I don't know about you guys, but those are some pretty big raindrops. And it's starting to rain. I'm getting kind of scared. Right now it's actually raining, but not like a downpour yet. I really hope I can get this done, because if I get rained out, I don't want to deal with it. I'd rather get it done and then not have to come back down here. Jesus, take the wheel. I'm gonna go until one of two things happen. One, I get done, or two, it starts pouring down rain and stuff starts sticking to my gauge wheels like it was earlier. Whichever one of those comes first. I'm pretty close to having this one wrapped up. The end of the field's like right over there. It's just a couple passes away. I'm watching my closing wheels pretty carefully, and they're still kicking up some dust, so as long as I can hold out for like 5 more minutes, that's all I need, and I will be done with this field, and I'll probably pack it up and go home, because it's rained enough now that I don't want to be starting anything else, like the 50-acre field that's next on the list, because I might not get it finished. Some folks might call this marginal conditions at best. Typically, I wouldn't recommend planting in this kind of weather. Had I been like 10 minutes behind of where I was, I would not have planted. But given as I had 2 passes left, I either had to finish it, or 2 days later, when these beans are actually like growing, come back and then finish it, and then drive all the way back up. Right now, there is some stuff built up on the gauge wheels, so since we're in this nice grass here, let's see if we can set it down and try to peel some of that off. And it's working. That worked a lot better than I thought it would. Am I a little discouraged right now? Yes. However, we desperately needed a nice little rain like this. Now comes the most challenging part of this whole operation, which is getting from this tractor over to the truck and not getting completely soaked. Oh, and not getting the truck stuck trying to get out of here. Okay, I've waited long enough. I need to get out, man up, and run to the truck. Here it goes. That wasn't so bad. I'm really thankful, blessed in fact, that we got this rain and I was able to finish that field that I was in. Today could have gone much, much worse, I promise you that. This rain is gonna help bring up a lot of the beans that we planted recently here in the past week and a half. 2 days later, we're finally gonna get back at it. After that little rain, we have no shortage of moisture now to get these beans up. So we're gonna go shallow up the planter. And we're not gonna have any concerns with dust either, because it's plenty damp to be planting. I just need to get this 64 acres here at this place done and get on down the road. This is why I was kind of leery of planting 2 days ago in the conditions that I was, because all this nice dirt here is building up on the gauge wheels. We're gonna stick it up to 3 and 4 on our depth setting. I'm just making my first pass of endos here on this place, and my no-till coulters are throwing up plenty of damp ground, and my gauge wheels are starting to pick up just a little bit of stuff on the inner edge of them. It might be wise for me to just finish this pass of endos and then wait a couple hours and come back. You know, go eat lunch, take it easy for a little bit. It's a little damp down here, especially in this river bottom. As you can probably see it there on my tires, I'm starting to pick up some dirt. It's definitely going to be well advised to hold up for a couple hours and come back and try it later in the afternoon. When your gauge wheels look like this, you should probably stop planting and go sit at home for a couple hours. I really don't have that much seed left in this tender. The front hopper has some in it. The back hopper has 0. We will get this conveyor swung out real quick and get what's left of the seed in here on the planter, and then we'll see where we are from there. It ended up being that there's just enough seed in this tender to fill this tank completely full. And this one is still sitting at about a quarter. I'm now completely full on seed and ready to go when I get back here. It's now like 4 o'clock, so there's been plenty of time for some drying to occur here. It's noticeably more dry here now than it was at 12:30 when I left. We've got about 10 acres left here, and after that, we've got another 4 acres across the road. And then we may be going to do some more. I don't know, depends how much seed I have left. But Plant 2021 is coming to a close, and this is gonna end tomorrow. Nice. Dad's coming down the road right there. He's headed to our second to last farm to plant for 2021. Now we're coming to you live from under a John Deere 1795 planter. So I was going along and row 3 was telling me, I was like, hey, row 3 is not planting. And I was like, oh, that's weird. So I get out, lower the planter down to turn the blower on, and I put my hand over where the air comes out in the seed box, and well, I'll be darned, there's no air flowing, there's no seed. First thing you do is shake the hose, and I shook the hose, I did it several different places, zero seed, nothing, zip zilch nada. So I called Dad, and Dad tells me, you're gonna have some fun. So I had to come back here under the planter by the central commodity tank. So above us here is where all the seed comes out. There's 12 tubes on this side and 12 on the other for the different halves of the planter. And this is row 3. I took the hose loose, and this nice chunk of stuff came out. Don't know what that is. That chunk of stuff is what was holding the planter up. That's my sister in the tractor. She's gonna be helping me move around here real quick. And we need to get this thing put back together so we can get back to work. Mission accomplished. We have fixed the problem. Since I'm so cool, I decided to do this field the old-fashioned way, with those wonderful things called markers. My sister and I brought Dad's seed tender over here. He's gonna fill up, and he's gonna work on this side. I'm gonna get my planter. I'm gonna go work on, there's 2 hill fields way over there, and then there's a bottom field. I don't think I'll be doing the bottom field, but I'm for sure gonna be doing the hill fields. I got done planting one of these small fields back here on the hill. I'm not sure how many acres it was, but I don't know if I have enough seed to plant the other small field back here. So we're gonna pop one of those lids open and check and see, and then we're gonna decide what we do from there. I don't know how many acres this translates to, but this is how much we have. You know, the only thing more fun than planting small fields is planting small fields in the dark. Okay, so I Snapchatted this girl, right? Want to FaceTime? And I got the Snapchat that every guy wants to see. Yes. So boys, FaceTime secured. Nice. Well, looks like we're not getting it done. That's too bad. As long as these seed numbers here don't go down steadily, I'm going to plant. I didn't quite get finished with that little piece back there, but I will be back in the morning. I'm gonna get it done. Thanks everyone for watching. We are this close to being done with planting for 2021. Thank goodness. And the last couple fields of Plant 2021 will be the next video, so you gotta watch that one. Well, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Also, heartbreaking news, the girl did not FaceTime me. That's kind of tough.